It is terrifyingly easy to walk around feeling perfectly fine, while a metabolic time bomb quietly ticks away inside you. You eat what you've always eaten, you stick to your routine, and you assume your body is handling it all without a problem. At 6 feet tall and weighing 97.5 kilograms, I thought my baseline health was perfectly normal. I had no obvious symptoms, no daily pain, and absolutely no reason to worry when my parents scheduled us all for a routine family checkup. This chart shows exactly what the blood test revealed that evening. The first red column climbs rapidly past the dotted safe limit. That is my cholesterol, sitting at a massive 263. Then came the triglycerides, a type of fat in your blood. A normal level is under 150. Mine was 708. And right next to that was my HbA1c. This specific number measures your average blood sugar levels over the past 3 months. The gauge buried itself in the red danger zone, flashing 7.7. That meant my blood sugar was severely elevated, putting me squarely in diabetic territory. I sat down with a doctor to figure out what these numbers actually meant for my body. She looked at the paper and told me straight, if my blood stayed this toxic, I would face severe complications down the road, up to and including the amputation of my fingers. You can carry massive, irreversible physical damage in your bloodstream long before you ever feel sick. The numbers were my final warning. To stop the damage, I had to stop the intake. That meant an immediate, hard ban on anything straining my liver or spiking my sugar. I cut out alcohol entirely. I eliminated all red meat. I even stopped eating high-fructose fruits like mangoes and bananas. But the absolute worst offender in my diet was white rice. Because white rice has its fibrous outer layers stripped away during processing, your body digests it instantly. That floods your system with glucose, forcing a dangerous, rapid spike in blood sugar. I needed a biological alternative to control that sugar. Living in Karnataka, I turned to a regional staple, ragi, also known as finger millet. I started eating ragi mutte, dense, nutrient-packed millet balls. This graph illustrates the glycemic index, scoring how quickly foods raise blood sugar. That jagged red line is white rice, a massive spike followed by a crash. But that smooth green curve is ragi. It breaks down slowly, providing sustained energy without shocking your system. I paired the millet with homemade South Indian sambar. By packing the sambar full of lentils, a single meal delivered roughly 20% of my daily required protein. Replacing stripped, refined carbohydrates with complex millets turns a meal into an active tool for metabolic regulation. Fixing my food was only half of the equation. The other half was timing. I adopted an intermittent fasting routine, starting every single morning with hydration, 3 to 4 liters of water a day, beginning at dawn with a glass of water mixed with soaked chia seeds to kickstart digestion. I restricted my eating to a very tight window. I broke my fast exactly at 1 p.m. with ragi dosas and sambar. By 6 p.m., I ate my final meal of the day. After 6, the kitchen was officially closed. Of course, when you stop eating at 6, you will face late-night hunger pangs. To survive those without breaking my fast, I ate a strict handful of almonds, walnuts, and pumpkin seeds. These provide healthy fats and heavy fiber that signal fullness to your brain without triggering an insulin response. I also added one highly specific ingredient to my morning routine to aggressively target my cholesterol, horse gram. I soaked the pulse overnight, boiled it the next morning, drank the amber water, and ate the boiled seeds. Horse gram is incredibly nutrient-dense. It is packed with iron, calcium, and dietary fiber. Traditional medicine relies heavily on it, specifically to support heart health and force weight management. When you restrict your feeding window and introduce highly targeted, fibrous pulses into your system, you essentially override your body's default fat storage mechanisms and force it to immediately burn through its own reserves. I locked myself into this exact protocol for 12 weeks, 3 months of zero alcohol, strict timed eating, and daily 30-minute walks. This graph tracks my weight over those 90 days. By week 4, the results were visible. You can see the line trending steadily downward, crossing out of the red zone as I dropped roughly 2.5 kilograms every single month. By the end of the 3 months, I had shed 9.5 kilograms, bringing my weight down to a lean, energetic 88 kilograms. More importantly, the terrifying blood markers that started this entire journey collapsed. My cholesterol plummeted, my triglycerides cleared out, and my blood sugar completely stabilized. Take a hard look at your own daily routine and your most recent medical reports. Drop a comment below and let me know where you stand on your fitness journey. What are you struggling with, and what are you changing? A bad blood test is a warning, not a destiny. With a rigid timeline and relentless discipline, those numbers can be brought back into a safe range. Thanks for watching.